for the first time in MK11, we have a new patch. Now, this is usually... Firstly, let me just apologise. For some reason, my game is completely bugged out. And it keeps giving me story rewards for these same 3 chapters, and there's loads, and I cannot be bothered to go through them all right now. So I apologise, but... yeah, just ignore the flashing on the left, even though it is mad distracting. So, yeah, for the first time in MK11, Netherrealm have released a patch. Now, to people that play fighting games, and in fact all games, especially these days, patches aren't necessarily something to, well, firstly to be, make a big deal out of, because, you know, games always patch. And secondly, nothing to really fear, because, you know, patches come out, they add certain balances, and they usually change metas and stuff, but usually in games, big game-changing patches, like, I don't know, Tekken or Street Fighter even, they usually happen after an extended period of time, once the current meta's been played out for a little while, and they want to change things up a bit, you know, make characters a bit, who are a bit weaker, a bit stronger, you know, make characters who maybe are a bit too strong, balance them out a little bit. However, with Netherrealm games, patching tends to strike fear into the hearts of people that play them. And the reason why this is because Netherrealm, for the most part, in recent years, especially in NKX and Injustice, they tend to, I don't want to say knee-jerk reaction patch, but they have been guilty in the past of not letting patches breathe. So, for example, there was always the notorious Tanya patch of just before CEO. I can't remember which year that was. But, as I've mentioned it before on stream, that was the patch that Tanya came out, and I think 6 of the 8 in top 8 played Tanya because she was considered a really, really strong character. And then I think the week afterwards they just nerfed her into complete obsolescence. Which is a shame, because you have characters like that who do come in every now and again and shake things up because they're so strong, but it takes a little while, and then I think more often than not they get figured out. So it's a shame that Netherrealm would come in, and that wasn't an isolated incident with Tanya, that would always happen. Characters would come in, they'd have them designed in a certain way, like Deadshot and Injustice 2. There would be a lot of complaints on Reddit and social media. I mean, that's another thing about social media these days. Oh, sorry guys, social media these days is, you know, you have direct access to Ed Boon. I can't go to Yemen, I'm an analyst. You have direct access to Ed Boon, you have direct access to the community managers, to the game developers, the story writers, you know, and you can just harass them. So, and on the other side of it, these people have access to, you know, they can just Google Mortal Kombat 11 and just see, or like hashtag Mortal Kombat 11 and just see all the feedback people have been saying. So, yeah, they've been guilty in the past of doing these big game-changing patches with quite short periods of space between each patch, so the game doesn't really have a chance to marinate at all, and you just have to keep learning the game over again, basically. There's no real meta because it just keeps changing whenever there seems to be a big issue. So that brings us to MK11. This is the first patch, and I was talking about people just finished watching Top 8 Combo Breaker. Check it out, it's all going to be going up on my YouTube at Sodium Gym. And one of the questions I received during that was, do you think X character should be nerfed or buffed? And I said, no, I don't think so, because the game's still in its infancy, and, you know, the meta's still being evolving as the game goes on. You know, characters like Garrus and Aaron Black, who were considered the absolute top tier on day one, you know, they're slowly getting figured out, and the not weaknesses, but their perceived strengths aren't... Yeah, oh shit, here we go. I love that meme, man. It makes me laugh so much. Their perceived strengths aren't as strong as initial expectations led people to believe. So yeah, Ed Boon announced last week that there was going to be a patch for Mortal Kombat this week. And yeah, that is Netherrealm with the patches. Yeah, definitely. Oh shit, here we go again. So yeah, Ed Boon announced that there was going to be a patch, and I think a lot of people felt like there was going to be a lot of changes. I didn't think there was going to be any balance changes, and if they were going to be little tweaks, because it's only been a month since the game's come out, and it turns out, I mean, I've already had a look at the patch notes, that in fact, that's correct. There are no balance changes in this patch at all. There has been no change to any actual frame data or move or anything that affects the actual in-game of Mortal Kombat 11, which I think is amazing because it shows that NetherRealm are learning. And I mean, I'm saying this now, and then tomorrow they might release a patch that just disintegrates half their top tier. But for now, it's nice to see that NetherRealm are learning. And in fact, having looked at the patch, a lot of it, or most of it, in fact, is just quality of life stuff to help, you know, for people who have been complaining about since the game came out, and they've listened to the feedback. This is why some instances that having that sort of feedback is positive, because they're able to listen to the feedback and they just make these quality of life changes. So a couple of them are well, I mean, I think they're all good, but there's a couple of them that people have definitely been clamoring for since the game came out. So yeah, we'll just go through them all now just to see exactly what that is, so you guys can have a look at it if you haven't had a chance already. Cloud. Cruel. Lol. Yeah, so you can actually look, if you go to the notifications tab, so if you press L2 on in the main menu and you go across the notifications, you can actually see the patches in game, which is cool, because I was going to load it up on my computer, but lol. Why is he near the top? What changed? Morning, Chris. Salt. Yeah, so you can actually check the patch in-game, which is cool. So, yeah, we'll just go through them all. It looks like a lot, but like I said, a lot of it is quality of life stuff. So we might as well just start from the top. So, general gameplay adjustments. Move list corrections, improvement to AI logic, fix several rare online desync causes. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is all good quality of life stuff. Fix several brutalities having incorrect requirements or issues with the description. Combat card match replayers when playing Power Fast Forward will no longer have visual issues. The game's version number is now displayed. Oh, that's good. So that's in relation to the patch. Competitive mode variations are now always accessible in practice mode. So that's really, really good, because a lot of people, including myself, didn't understand why they give you these two fixed variations in tournament and online rank, and then in practice mode you had to actually go to the character that you wanted to play, customize it so that you set the preset, and it just became this whole long thing. Whereas in this, now with this, you can go to practice mode and you can actually salt. Thank you. Why didn't it come up with a noise? Thank you very much, man. Games and Gains. Thanks, man. No, but it didn't. Did it actually make a noise? Because it didn't come through my. Oh no, because I've not got my speakers on. That'd be why. Okay. My speakers are on now, so I'll hear it next time. Oh, Anakin, you are the chosen one. Yeah. So, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, so now you can actually, if you go to practice mode and you go to practice options, I could probably show you at the end of this patch actually, just so everybody's aware. You can actually now choose the variations without having to go to customize and select them manually. So that's a really good change. Camera no longer improperly follows the characters briefly when a delayed get up is used. I didn't know that. Practice mode will no longer become unresponsive and changing character variation. I didn't know that. All crushing blows in combat attack strings that use the throw, front punch, and front kick input will now correctly allow either input to be used. Oh, okay, cool. Fix the rare issue winning around would cause the character to visually turn around multiple times. Oh, I wish I saw that. It sounds hilarious. Imagine them just spinning on the spot. Slight adjustment to hit pause visuals when the character blocks an attack. Adjusted throw vulnerable states to remove a 2-frame grab when recovering from a block for regular throws, and a 1-frame window for special move grabs. Okay, so that's changed tick throws. So has that made them harder to do? Removing 2-frame window and a 1-frame. Maybe that's probably changed a lot of moves in their tick throws. So it'll be interesting to see what now ticks into certain grabs. Or maybe I'm misreading that, but that's what it seems like to me. Control no longer returns to the player while AI Fighter is active if the opponent performs a mercy. Fix some high attacks and high throws not meeting conditions for uppercut crushing blows. Yeah, I thought that. There was a couple of times where I'd uppercut somebody and, hey, morning Todd, how you doing, my bro? How you feeling? Yeah, I've had that a couple of times when I've been playing and I've uppercut somebody expecting a crushing blow and not got it. Oh, did that happen to you? With your AI, it gave you the control back. Yeah, that's really funny. What, so you were playing it, and then it mercied. So your character mercied, the AI actually mercied the opponent, and then it forced you to play that last round out. That's really funny. I'm playing a guest account. You can now enter customize. Oh, okay, that's cool. Fix some rare instances of audio crits playing at incorrect times. Fix several moves having incorrect punish window, which resulted in a counter instead of a punish. That's interesting. I wonder which moves. Corrected some flawless block attacks having unintended frame data differences when used as a get-up attack. The following were adjusted to make them the function. Yeah, I saw a tweet about that actually. Slayer tweeted. I think it was a katana one. The move for the up to and the flawless block were different. That's good. See, it shows that they're paying attention. Crypt made it fun. I don't know. It's me doing it. Hey, Dusky, how you doing, my dude? Yeah, we have careers. This is my career, helping everyone learn this game. Yeah, the towers are mad. Crypt. Chronica chests will no longer rarely spawn in an inaccessible location. Lol, that doesn't sound fun. Fix the visual issue with Descendant of Apep's Belt. I don't know what that is. Fix rare issue that could result in Elder God puzzle being stuck in an unsolvable state. That sounds horrific. Added a run button hint. If you want to run, it's just R2. Special chests that cost 80,000 and 250,000 coins on initial opening will no longer have that price when refreshed. Oh, that's good. Not that I've encountered that though. The Descendant of Apep will no longer sometimes become stuck in the torture horde. Man, the Descendant of Apep sounds like he's a pain in everyone's ass. Fix the bug that could cause the armory door to sometimes be closed. Fix some rare UI visuals when a consumable timer runs out. Okay, so that's doesn't seem like it's too extreme. Tutorial. Fix several incorrect demos. Yeah, because they changed a couple of the moves hotfix in the first week or so, which caused the tutorials to be out of date straight away, so I'm not surprised that they fixed a couple of the demos. Corrected various text issues, added additional tips to the basic tutorial, changed the character in the combo limitations and pressure defense lessons, making some tasks easier to perform. Okay, adjusted some player starting positions in the grounded neutral lesson, fixed an issue that could prevent progression in the hit confirm lesson if the player viewed the demo at specific timing. Dang. Well, that's good that they fixed that stuff, because those tutorials can get quite tough towards the end if you don't know what's going on. It doesn't help that it was bugged. Towers of Time. Players will no longer be removed from the Tower of Time portal if they expire while being played. Oh, that's good. Fix some modifiers, visual effects appearing during crushing blows or fatal blow cinematics, that's funny. Fix some modifiers having linear effects, yep, that's happened to me. Change input to exit the game during a group battle. Oh, okay. Fatal Blow UI will no longer sometimes not update correctly during group battles. Endurance fights should now award flawless victory correctly. Okay, that's good. Stage-specific adjustments. Cyberlink assembly fix issue with Iceborne, causing opponents to be grounded while visually in the air. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because it sort of freezes you Sub-Zero style, doesn't it? Okay, that's cool. Character-specific adjustments. Baraka. His throw crushing blow requirements no longer sometimes reset after he escapes an opponent's throw. Wow, that's a bug. That's a hella bug. Landing a back throw crushing blow will no longer allow a forward throw crushing blow to be done without a failed throw escape. Oh, so you could back crushing blow, and then if they failed that again, okay, that's broken. No wonder they fixed that. Fatal Blow is no longer throw immune during some of its start-up frames while still on the ground. Yep, that's happened to me before. I've been hit by that when I went for a throw. Flying Glow Kick now requires the correct button to be held while Crushing Blow held check is enabled. Okay, that's just a quality of life thing. Cetrion. There's lots of Cetrion ones. Fixed Get Up Attack, Flawless Block Attack being immune to... Oh, okay. Get Up Attack, Flawless Block Attack now has the correct visual effect. Tendril Pool will no longer sometimes appear behind Cetrion. That's happened to me before when I've been playing one. Rock objects are now properly handled when Cetrion is interrupted out for throws. Fix unintended sound effects playing while Cetrion throws are escaped. That's funny. Throws that are escaped no longer count towards the requirement of splitting apart brutality. Devourer. Mother Bug will no longer sometimes changes back to default colours after it has died. Okay. Widow's Kiss when amplified will no longer leave webbing on the opponent when it is interrupted with specific timing. Okay. Aaron Black. Corrected facial animation to opponent when they are hit by his towards throw. Oh. Didn't even know that was an issue. Adjusted the long wait after his fatal blow hits before both players get control of their characters. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing. Frost. Get Up Attack, Flawless Block Attack. Now correctly immune. Now plays correct visual effect, same as Cetrion. Cryogenic Crown will no longer sometimes go in the wrong direction after performing a cross-up jump attack. I'm not sure which move that is, but that's good. Fatal Blow is no longer throw immune during some of its start-up and active frames. Good, because I've been hit by that before. Garrus. Gauntlet of Ages will no longer... That's bad English. Gauntlet of Ages will no longer retaining its charge level after hitting with uppercut, down back punch, or Gauntlet of Ages crushing blows. Okay. Garrus fixed a bug that would cause Body Buster to sometimes alter the opponent's facing. Okay. Fixed bug that allowed Garrus to block during some of the recovery frames of reverse time. Okay. Jackie Briggs. Winning a round with a direct impact with grenade launcher will no longer sometimes result in damage of time continuing to the next round. I think some of these moves are the variation moves, which is why I don't know what they are, because I've never seen them. Fix some... Tech Dome, well, yeah, that's C, so this is a variation move. Tech Dome will no longer have lingering visual effect when it's interrupted before it activates. Fix some visual issues with shield battery gear when Jackie loses a round in certain circumstances. And after some fatal blows have connected. Jade, backward throw can now award first hit props. Jax. Heat up mechanic will now work properly after a mercy is performed. Heat Missile will no longer autocorrect. Oh, jokes. I didn't know that. Johnny Cage. Fatal Blow is no longer throw immune. Interesting. Good. Fatal Blow Cinematic is no longer visually obstructed by certain foreground objects. Okay. Kano. Flawless Block Attack. Being able to cancel a Fatal Blow for a brief moment during startup. Fixed issue. Oh, okay. So it's like Jackie's grenade. Collector. Fixed air bomb bag, sometimes missing visual effects. Okay. This music is making me reading these patch notes much more epic than it needs to be. Kotal Khan. Fatal Blow Cinematic is no longer visually obstructed by certain foreground objects. Added controller vibration to damage inflicted by Tonatui Beam. Kong Lao. Kong Lao is no longer able to exit the boundary of the arena while teleporting. That's happened to me. I've seen him just like... I'm trying to fight the guy in a wall. Liu Kang. Dragon Parry is no longer throw immune due to some of its recovery frames. Jeez Louise, that is really good, because the amount of times that I thought it was just part of the move, because I'll go to throw the guy, and my throw will just go straight through him. So it's funny. It's good that was a bug and they fixed that. Energy parry while Dragonfire is active will no longer cause a parry to trigger erroneously in rare circumstances. Energy parry can no longer create multiple projectiles from one single parry while Dragonfire is active. Fix an issue with bicycle visual effects sometimes being misaligned. Noob. Shadow Clone. Man, it's really hard. Every time you tap this thing. No, nobody got nerfed. Nobody got nerfed this patch. The Shadow Clone can no longer become attached to the opponent when Shadow Cycle is interrupted. That's funny. Fixed a visual issue with the Shadow Clone after For the Brotherhood. Crushing Blow cinematic. Raiden. Lightning Bolt no longer autocorrects and amplified. That's good, because I've been hit by that. Lightning Storm will no longer cause some issues with the camera game after practice resets. Scorpion. Spine Ripper Brutality no longer takes priority over successful throw escape. Ah, okay, so I've been hit by that, and I've done that to somebody. So he has a back throw brutality, and there was actually a tweet about it as well, that the damage just kicked in regardless. So you saw a guy do the throw escape, or try to, but because the brutality does a certain amount of... it was an execute, essentially. It became an execute, so it's funny that that's a bug and they fixed that. Blood Tentacle is no longer throw immune during some of its startup frames. Cat Turret will no longer sometimes disappear when opponent is defeated by Cat Tantrum. Sub-Zero. Fixed a bug preventing opponents from being able to break away after being hit by Rising Ice. Fix a rare issue that could cause Sub-Zero to become invisible, which that's happened to me. If you go check my YouTube, there's a video called How Did I Become Invisible, and that exact issue happened to me. I went invisible. Fixed an issue with slide amplify visual effects sometimes becoming misaligned. Fix a Shao Kahn. Fix a bug preventing opponents from being able to break away after being hit by shoulder charge amplify. That's happened to me before. Fixed issue causing down 1 and forward 3 to be set as low parry vulnerable instead of high parry vulnerable. Okay, yeah, because they're not lows. And then fixed Fatal Blow cinematic being visually... I think that's all of it. Yeah, that's all of it. So, yeah, they've done a really good job. Let me just quickly show you in practice how to get that practice mode. So they've done a really good job. I think it's really smart that they've just let the game breathe. No, but see, this is what I mean. I think it's a really good job that they haven't nerfed anybody yet. Because it's still early days, you know? It's still very, very early days. I think to nerf anybody right now would be a...
You are the chosen one!
You are the chosen one! You're the chosen one, Davey. Thank you for the subscription, my friend. You're the chosen one! Love you, man. Red Sub-Zero with a Shogun mask. So yeah, now if you go to practice mode, if you go to practice options, you see where it says variation, P1 variation. Now you have T1 and T2. So instead of having to go to customize and blah blah blah, just pick that and it just takes you straight. I mean, it changes your customization, which is a bit weird, but it just takes you back to default Scorpion. But you know, this is the Scorpion. How do you cancel that again? No, it's down for... Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I've just finished... As I've just said, somebody in my chat just said, looks like they've been very careful with this patch, just bug fixes. So yeah. This patch, all it looks like is just bug fixes, and I applaud NetherRealm for their patience, for not nerfing or changing anything actually gameplay-wise outside of quality of life stuff, because, yeah, the game is still in its infancy, and I think it's better to give people the chance to learn. And that way, the game can evolve, and you know, new metas and stuff can come out of it, rather than having to relearn the game and different characters and different tech, and you know, every month or so, because it just makes people, I mean, it sort of artificially creates hype, but then it also will stop people from wanting to keep learning, because the game keeps changing, and it might discourage new people from wanting to play too, because it's hard enough picking up a fighting game and learning it straight away, let alone having to relearn even the most basic things as the game goes on. But yeah, interesting patch for the right reasons. And we'll just see what they do in the future.